Good morning, evening, afternoon, everyone. My name is Mark,
And I'm Zoe.
and we are the Board Adventurers. Back to you with another fresh off the shelf. And this one is pretty fresh, right off the produce truck. This is the two-player only game, Res Arcana Duo, designed by Tom Lehmann and published by Sandcastle Games. So this is a two-player variant, I guess you could say, of Res Arcana, and it also can be perceived as an expansion. But we're going to review it for what it is, just as a two-player version. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to deal out two of the mages to each player. There's four in the box, so each one gets two. You're going to pick one of those mages, and that'll be your mage. You're then going to draft the artifacts. So there are 16 artifacts in the deck. I believe the book says you deal two to a player. Then you'll keep one, pass your opponent the other one, and you'll draft that 4 times. And then you'll have a deck of 8 cards. So you'll have a deck of 8 cards. You're going to set up the monuments. So it'll be monument. You're going to flip up 2 of these to show the monuments. And you're going to lay out the 2 places of power on the board, along with the essences. You're each going to take one of the 4 essences and 1 gold to start with. First player is going to get the first player token. And second player gets to pick get the magic item that they take first. And then you're going to start the game. So first on your turn, you're going to draw 3 cards from your deck. And on your turn for Res Arcana and Res Arcana Duo, you can do one of the following actions. One action on your turn. You can either play a card. So when you play a card, you pay the cost on the top left. If you have a card that has an effect, you can then take the effect of that card. So again, that's one separate action. You can discard a card from your hand. You can take 2 essences, either the red, blue, green, or black. You can take 2 of any combination of that, or you can take 1 gold. You can purchase a monument or a place of power, again, paying the cost at the top. For monument, it's gold, and for places of power, it is the cost at the top left. And then I think that's, or the last thing you could do is you can pass. If you are the first person to pass, you take the first player marker. The first player marker is worth 1 victory point. What'll happen is at the end of a round, you're going to pass, and you'll take the victory marker. At the end of the round, when everyone else has passed, you're going to check for victory. If anyone has 10 victory points, that'll end the game, and whoever has the most victory points from there wins the game. That is about the general way of playing Res Arcana Duo, and technically Res Arcana as well. What do you think?
Yeah, so I was very excited to try Res Arcana Duo. Mm-hmm. One, I do like Res Arcana a lot, and I generally like 2-player games. So I was curious to see what is the wrinkle in this version of Res Arcana compared to Res Arcana Duo compared to regular Res Arcana. Mm-hmm. And the wrinkle is that this is just a streamlined version of Res Arcana. There's not many changes to the rule set at all. It's just a streamlined version. There's less cards. There's going to be less things you technically can get in the game. But I don't want to say it's a simplified version, because it doesn't simplify anything. It's just streamlined. It's just streamlined for 2 players. Yeah. Which is interesting to me because Res Arcana works very well baseline as a 2-player game without being streamlined. So made it kind of interesting why there's a 2-player version of this game. But if I'm judging this game based off of standalone and not comparing it to Res Arcana base at all, this is a great game still. It's still, the rule set's really good. What you can do is really fun. The drafting aspect of the game is amazing. It's like a mini deck building game, but like a very small deck, which is really good. It's still a very well paced game and balanced game. It's no matter, like, it feels like every game we play of Res Arcana Duo and Res Arcana, it still manages to be tight no matter what, which is one thing I still really enjoy about it. So if judging it on its own, it still has the essence of Res Arcana, which is still a really, really good game. What about you?
Yeah, so if you've seen our top 100, you know how much I love Res Arcana. And I kind of mirror the same sentiment here. Res Arcana Duo is definitely more streamlined in that sense. But if I was to just talk about cons of this, when it comes to the deck, so if you only have Res Arcana Duo and you don't have the other Res Arcana game, you are going to see the same cards every game because it's 8 cards and 8 cards, and it's going to be some combination. At some point, the replayability of that is going to kind of like fall because you're going to know, okay, I have this card. It stops my opponent's other card.
Yeah.
So there could be some sort of like fall off in terms of replayability.
Yeah.
If you don't have the other base game for this to be combined with.
Yeah.
Just know that going in. I think this was intended to be a expansion.
Makes sense.
And I know I'm going to mix this in with my current res deck. But that's just be aware of that. Same thing with the mages. There's only 4 mages in this game.
Yeah.
You're going to see again the same mages if you just have the duo game. And same thing with the places of power and the monuments. They're all going to show up in the same game. At least if you combine together one, you'll get more variety, which I would recommend if you have it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, sorry. What?
Oh, yeah. So there's another thing is that there are some symbols on some of these cards that refer to the base game and the expansion. So there's like one card that I believe refers to a pearl, which is this mystic font here. So just note that if you're playing the base game, you don't have the pearl, you're not going to know what this means. So it might be something that like is intended again to mix in, but just be aware there's some things that may be unusable in certain cards that you have.
Yeah. That's a good point. That it definitely has that feeling of this is supposed to be an expansion, not its own standalone game. Because when I think of like who is this for, I don't know if you have Res Arcana already, just if you want to get this, just get in, combine it with your base game and just play 2-player. It's the same game. But if you're on the fence of Res Arcana or you only play 2-player games, I can see this being worth it. And that aspect of it. But it's still, at base, it's still a really good game.
Yeah, like I think for me, like I would see if you were interested possibly in Res Arcana, but I think Res Arcana is a little more expensive than Duo. You could try Duo if you have 2, because I do prefer Res at 2. I think it plays best at 2. You could try Duo and then see if you like that. Then if you enjoy that gameplay over multiple iterations, you could then get the base game, combine it, and then get the other expansions too.
Agreed, yeah. Like it's like a stepping stone to Res Arcana. I think is the only way, like recommendation for it if you're interested in this. Think of it as that way.
Yeah, and then when it comes to the cards of this, like maybe going into the actual play of this card, a lot of it does a good variety of some very simple actions to some more complicated. So you do get that heightened sense of, oh, I could take this for just the simple, point or one action. But then some of them is like, I need to turn this card and then turn an animal to add a piece to this thing. You know, so I like that they don't just kind of like spoon feed you certain abilities. They give you the kind of like the spectrum of it.
It's good. In terms of a review score, where are you at with this?
Yeah, so I would give base Res Arcana a 5. For Duo, the only thing that would honestly ding it in its own solo area is that replayability will fall.
Yeah.
Because I will know after multiple times, again, what my opponent will have and how I can counter that. So with that said, this Duo game is going to get a 4.5 for me. I still love Res Arcana. I still like Duo, but I'm going to combine this into my base game.
Yeah.
I don't see myself just keeping Duo separate. I think the variety that I get by adding it in is much greater than keeping this as its own separate thing.
Gotcha.
And I think you should intend to buy this as an expansion to Res Arcana.
Gotcha. For me, I've been teetering on 4 and a 3.5. And I'm going to go with 4. The only reason I'm going with 4 is if I'm trying to really stick to just reviewing just Res Arcana Duo without any comparison to the other game. And if I keep it at that, this is a 4. This is straight down the middle 4 for me because it's a really, really, really good game. But I don't know why you would buy this over Res Arcana. Just buy Res Arcana. It's a more expansive game, and Res Arcana already works very well at a 2-player game. When I originally was going to play this game, I thought of it, I'm just going to use Splendor Duel as an example because we reviewed that. Splendor Duel is not just Splendor, it adds a new mechanic to it to make it different from other Splendors. This is not doing that. This is just streamlined Res Arcana.
Yeah, I think that's a fair point. Yeah, because like I know I love Res Arcana. I think that's what's kind of pushed my score pretty high.
Yeah.
This as like an expansion view, but as someone that maybe likes it just enough, but like a little bit less, you'll see this as its own solo part and see like, okay, it's definitely, you should just get base.
Yeah. And I think if someone like go into the store and see Res Arcana Duo, never heard of the game before, and pick up Res Arcana Duo, they're getting a fantastic game. And this is why I'm sticking to 4. But if you have Res Arcana already, just get this, and you want to get this, just get it and combine it with your game.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's where I'm at with this.
Nice.
Cool. Well, that is our fresh off the shelf review of Res Arcana Duo. Let us know your thoughts below. Curious to see what other people think.
Right.
I'm Zoe.
I'm Mark.
See you on the next adventure.